Hey everybody, Spoonfed here, and today I'm going to show you how to install Wordpress.org. Um, not, not install Wordpress.org. I'm going to show you how to install WordPress, and the first thing you do is go to WordPress.org. I don't know if you actually can hear it, but there's a chainsaw that I'm hearing quite a while already. Also during my other video about the mega upload situation. What happened is there was a storm here about 2 weeks ago, and one of the very tall trees, I think it's well, easily 30 meters high, of my neighbors crashed, just bent over and buckled. So they're removing the debris right now from the yard, from the garden or backyard. I don't know what it's called. What you're gonna download WordPress? Just click and click again. You could also download the .tar.gz if that makes you feel any better. It's about 4 MB. Now I'm still removing the previous installation that I've done. That's Joomla, so that will take a while. I extract everything to WordPress. I'm waiting for that to be completed, I'll answer a question I got from Gaming TV, if I remember it correctly, and that was about why do we use, or why do I use, or the community use Linux for hacking. Well, there are actually a lot of reasons you could argue for and a lot of reasons you could argue against, and so on and so on. Most, I think, it's personal preference. The fact that overall Linux is more stable than Windows. I mean, we cannot deny that fact, that Linux systems more often than not, no, I'm not talking about the experimental stuff, by the way, not the alpha, not the beta, but the real stable releases, long term. If you do nothing experimental with it, just install what you need to be installing, that system is far more stable and will run for far longer than a Windows system. If you only take the servers, a Windows server needs to reboot with every action you undertake. If you update it, you need to reboot. If you change some settings, you need to reboot. Which of course is the most redundant way to do stuff. So actually you need two systems running Microsoft, because one is backup, so one will keep the site online while the other one is rebooting, and then that will keep the site online when the other one is rebooting. So it's already a hassle. And Linux server, you could do most of the stuff you can do without bringing the site down or rebooting. That's like a real worst case scenario where you have to reboot. We're gonna upload all these files, but one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna edit this one first. But to continue the story, because Linux has a lot of things extra. It's easier to get access to the hardware, so it's easier to program tools that will configure your wireless card, for example. It's easier to get tools that will interact with your Bluetooth, with your audio, mouse, keyboard, but also network card, the normal network card as in the Ethernet. There are more your code is getting more eyes than on Windows, so there are a lot more people checking out your code, using your code, making modifications to your code, sending it back to you, saying this is an improved version and you can improve on that, and so on and so on. So that cycle's far better. The tools in general are more numerous on Linux, for that same reason, because more people already use it, so you get a positive vicious cycle on more people use Linux, so more tools are created for Linux, which means more people are bound to use Linux, which would make more tools, and so on and so on. But it does not take away the fact that you cannot hack from Windows. I mean, there are plenty of Windows tools that will help you hack. I think the foremost being Kdenable. That's a pretty big Swiss Army knife. Another fantastic tool, a tool that may sound weird coming from me, but you need a collection of tools to achieve the same on Linux, and there's one tool on Windows that does it. It's called Network Miner. And I know a lot of you people probably think, oh, it's sacrilegious that you say that, but the fact is you only need to run Network Miner and you get a ton of information in a nice overview, simple overview. I mean, I know you could run Wireshark on Linux and get the same information, but it's nicer and easier to have Network Miner running. And you have the whole DSNF suite, so you have the whole snarf suite, as in message snarf, URL snarf, image snarf, so on, so on, so on. And you have Ethercap, which does the passwords. But to have one tool like a Network Miner, and I don't believe Network Miner is on Linux, but I could be mistaken for that actually. Maybe you could run it with Wine. That would make a lot of sense actually. Well, anyway, so that's two tools that are on Windows, not exclusively on Windows, of course, but well, no, they are for now that I know of. Wireshark's for Windows, so you can use that. Nmap is for Windows, you can use that. With a bit of hassle, you could even use the netcat commands and stuff like that. There are some good DNS tools for Windows, so Burp Suite is for Windows, for example. That's a proxy that we're gonna use a lot for web applications. You could run SQL Map because it's Python, so you can run that. Some Perl scripts you could run as well on Windows because you don't really need. That's actually the beauty of using languages like Python and C. Well, not specifically C, but Python more, and Perl. They are OS independent, so they're not specifically coded for one OS. You could run them in any sort of environment. So a lot of tools you could do in both operating systems. The only problem is if you really want to do stuff with your hardware that you need that aren't as easily available in Windows than they are in Linux. But that's actually it. And you want to have a stable system. The reason I brought that up, that fact, not just a random fact that I wanted to share, is because you want to have a system that when you're running a tool for a longer duration of time, for example in WPA cracking, you could sometimes need to have run a tool for anywhere from a couple of hours to maybe 5 days. You don't want that system to fail in those 5 days, and Windows has a tendency to do that in 5 days, so if you're using it intensively. So I hope that answers a bit the question why a lot of people use Linux instead of Windows to hack. Plus the Windows gets cluttered up. You know that the hard disk is such that it will, let's say you have 10 empty spaces. Just think of a bar with 10 compartments, and compartment 1 is filled with just the OS, and the other 9 are empty. Well, you start to do some files, downloading some files, and you start to modify some files and stuff like that. That happens all in the downloading happens in 2, the modifying happens in 3, and then you delete some downloading files, so 2 opens up, but it will not necessarily take 2 first. Now what it will do is it will go to 4, for example, and then later on you download something else and it will take to 5, and then when it reaches the end it will think, oh well, 2 is open and meanwhile 5 is open because you deleted already something. That's like fragmentation of your hard disk in a very simplistic manner, and that's what defragmentation does. It like rearranges everything so 1 to 5 are filled and 6 to 10 are empty. The fact that Linux does not have that means because you're going to handle a lot of data means your hard disk won't get fragmented, your system will get slower, it will be less prone to crashing, and so on. So that's, I think, also one of the more important reasons. Let's just continue on with this, and I will answer a question from technoobs.com later on. Oh, what is going on? Oh yeah, you can update selected, no problem. Yep, restart. Yep, it's fine. Yes, open it up again. Close. Alright, so this is some sample code. We need to enter the database name here, which in my case is that. And here I already start to doubt myself. It's exactly the other way around. And the rest I don't need to change. I keep forgetting what these two are, so let me just take 1 second to find out if I got the correct one. It's the other way around. So this is that one, and this is that one. Alright, I'm gonna save this file, save as config. Then I'm gonna close this, and that's where you should put in your, all the stuff that you created during the MySQL step. Now let's hope this is downloaded. Yeah, this is all deleted. No, it stopped. Why did it stop? Oh, again the connection timeout. It's such annoying. Such an annoying occurrence. My god, where does it end? I need a new server. Alright, let me figure this out, because it will be annoying as hell to get this on. Alright, I'll delete this and I'll see you when this is all removed, and then we can finally install what we need to be installing. Oh, here we are again. For those of you who can maybe notice right away, but if you look to the time here, a lot of time has passed for just simply deleting the stupid files. What happened? Well, I had some trouble with my FTP access, and 3ix has some high usage problems, so yeah, it was fun. And I called them and they would not answer my question whether it's because of the whole SOPA debacle. They were quick to hang up, as it were. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna upload this whole thing just in one go. So we just do upload, and that too takes a while. So I'll be pausing the video and we'll continue once it is done. Is there anything else I should mention? Not really, just that I cannot continue with my videos. I had hoped today to be already I'd hoped that today I was ready already to make a start or beginning with the hacking series, and I am not, which sucks. So maybe tomorrow actually. I hope today, but tomorrow is my day off, so maybe there's a big chance that tomorrow I'll be able to do it. I'm just gonna pause the video and we'll see each other. Well, for me a lot of time passes, but for you nothing passes, so I'll be back. Spoonfed here. As you can see, everything has been uploaded. At least I hope so. From the looks of it, it has gone alright, so let's see. I'm going to showcase the Spoonfed. Oh, sorry, showcase. So far, so good. If you upload it, the first thing it will automatically load is this one. Username is that one. This is fine. I'm being cuddled to death by Mephisto. Oh, one moment. Alright, well, this last one is allow my site to appear in search engines like Google and Technology. Well, you obviously want to enable that, because if you don't, then you won't get nobody will find you. So what are we going to do? We are going to install step 2. We have to wait for it to load. Annoying. It's the same here. Yeah. Stop the connection. No, we're gonna log in. And let's hope that we can log in. Hey, dude. Alright, my internet's going slow as hell. So this is what WordPress looks like. Yeah, oh man. One plugin update. You know, this is the new layout of everything. Here you can add posts. Here you can add media such as upload files. Photos, videos, stuff like that. To have a link, so a blog roll with links to other sites, pages, which I'll explain, and to do the comments, what your site looks like, on like what the user sees, which includes themes, widgets, menus, background, header, all sorts of things. The plugins for extra customizability, users for login, the tools. Well, that's available tools. Mostly you're going to use import export, and the settings, general settings and whatnot. And I'll be covering these when we'll be doing the SEO WordPress, because I'm gonna do like the plugins and all kinds of SEO options and whatnot for WordPress, because this is the easiest to use when making a new site. So if you can handle this, you can handle the rest. What does your site look like? Well, your site looks like this right now. I get an email, of course, from my site. Oh, it doesn't want to load, but this is your standard template site. And this is a electrical from here. Yeah, that's what I want to click on. Electrical from Portugal, or I don't know if it's like from Lisboa, but but it isn't electrical. I've written one in Portugal. Pretty cool. So yeah. Oh yeah, you had. I was gonna explain pages and something else. Yeah, a page and a post. Well, a page. This is a page. So this is a page, and this is a post. So that's it really. That's how WordPress works. And yeah, and I cannot help but to do this just to see how good this whole thing is. Very good, very nice, very nice. Yes, I like it. Good. And this one as well. Then you just go to one. Ah, oh, thank God they do it very well. And then this -2 goes to 2. Yes. Alright, what I just did was something, was not really SQL injection or something, but, or hacking. It's just fuzzing, as they call it, just to see what happens if you put in data in. And, so far so good. I will explain all these things when the time is right. Just know for now that this is the install, this is what it looks like, and just like experiment with it. Have fun. This is it for me for now, and I will see you next time.